Hello, beautiful learners. Hope you're doing great. I'm also good by the grace of Almighty. So it's our day 45, and in this lesson, we are going to practice another IELTS listening practice test with answers and proper explanation for achieving band 9. So before going to start our class, I just need to check whether you can hear me. Okay.
Test 2.
Okay, I'm quite sure that you are listening me as well as the audio track. So it's time to start our practice session. Okay, now here we have a sample one to look at. Okay, so before going to look this sample one, we need to listen the instruction from the man as he was talking. Okay, let's listen it from him.
Test 2.
Instructions. You are going to hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. At the end of the real test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Now, turn to section 1.
Okay, I hope you got the instruction from him. Now let's take a look at the sample one as I mentioned it earlier. Okay, now let's read the question first. Okay, what information does the girl was to know? Okay, so the answer we can say is transportation. Okay, because it's a highlighted one, bolded one. Okay, now let's listen it.
About transport information. About London Heathrow Airport. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 4. You will see there is an example that has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first. Hello, how are things going?
Not bad, but
What's the trouble?
I'm worried about my trip.
Yeah, I remember you will go to Cambridge next week, is that right?
Yes, but I'm not sure about the choice of transportation when I get off the flight.
Don't you remember I'm from London?
Oh, right. Could you give me some suggestions?
Of course. The information the girl wants to know is transportation at London Airport. So, transportation has been chosen in the space. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 4.
Okay, I hope you all got the sample one. Now let's listen it from question number 1. Okay, first we need to read the question. Okay, which is the first recommended transportation by the man? Okay, recommended first recommended transport by the man. Okay, let's listen it.
Hello, how are things going?
Not bad, but
What's the trouble?
I'm worried about my trip.
Yeah, I remember. You will go to Cambridge next week. Is that right?
Yes, but I'm not sure about the choice of transportation when I get off the flight.
Don't you remember that I'm from London?
Oh, right. Could you give me some suggestions?
Of course.
I will arrive at London Heathrow Airport and then go to Cambridge.
How about taking a taxi? It is the quickest and most comfortable way.
Sure, I know, but it's too expensive.
Okay, so the man was recommending the first for taxi, as the man was saying, how about taking a taxi? Okay, so at the first he was talking about taxi, so taxi would be the answer. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 2. Okay, let's read the question. What's the reason of the girl for not hiring a private car? Okay, let's listen it for.
Right.
What do you think of the underground?
Darling, there is no underground to your destination from London, okay?
Okay.
Why don't you rent a private car?
You mean hire a car at the airport?
Yes.
Is it very expensive?
The cost depends on the type of car.
Maybe it's a good choice. Oh, do I need my driving license?
Of course. Don't you have a license?
I lost my driving license the day before yesterday,
I am so sorry.
and I do not really want to drive myself after a long flight.
Okay, so the first reason is she lost her driving license. So B would be the answer. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 3. What's the minimum coach fare? Okay, let's listen it.
Well, how about taking a coach from the airport?
A coach?
Yes.
Do you know how much that costs?
Usually the minimum fare is about £14.
Single or return?
Of course, it is a one-way ticket.
Okay, so the woman was asking, do you know about how much that cost? And the man was saying, usually the minimum fare to fare is about 14 pounds. So 14 pounds, we can say it in option B. That's why I already chosen that. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 4. The disadvantage of taking a coach from airport is. Taking a coach from airport, disadvantage. Okay, let's listen it.
And that's quite cheap.
Yes.
How about the number of passengers in the coach?
Let me see. It is around 20 to 30.
How long would it take to get to Cambridge by coach?
I think it's about 3 hours.
Really? That's too slow. Why does it need such a long time?
Because it has many stops during the route.
Oh no.
And the last choice is the airport shuttle.
Yes, tell me.
Okay, so the option we should shows the is C. Okay, because she was saying the woman was asking how long would I get to Cambridge by a coach, and the man was saying I think it is about 3 hours, and the lady was replying that really that's too slow. So that means option C would be the answer, because it will as it is too slow and it will take too long time. Okay, that's why option C would be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 5 to 10, and before that we have another instruction to read. Let's read it. Okay, no more than 2 words and a number for each answer. Okay, so here we can see hotel reservation. Okay, yeah, we can see we are going to listen it for question number 5, and here we can see it's all about nationality. Let me highlight it. Let's listen. Which nationality does the person belong to? Okay, let's listen
Tell me
it.
some more information about it.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 5 to 10. I'm not very sure about it. It is better for you to get the information from airport clerks.
Sure. Do you know the telephone number?
Let me check. I think I saved it to my mobile phone. Yes, here it is.
Okay, I'll call it now.
Good morning. This is the transport information at London Heathrow Airport. How can I help you?
Good morning. I'd like to reserve a seat on the airport shuttle.
Okay, I just have to fill out this form for you. What's your name?
My name is Echo Gray.
And your age?
I'm 21 years old.
What is your nationality?
I come from New York.
Okay, American.
Yes.
So the lady was saying, I come from New York, and the man was replying, okay, American, and the lady was replying, yes, so it would be American. Let me put it. American. Okay, it would be the answer. Now American. Now let's listen it for question number 6. Flight now. Okay, let me highlight it and let's listen it.
And your flight number?
It's BA188.
What date will you arrive?
Okay, so I hope you got the flight number as she was saying. It's BA188. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 7. Heathrow Airport terminal. So which terminal? We need to listen it. Let's listen it.
26th of August.
Do you know the arrival time?
You mean at Heathrow Airport?
Yes.
It is 3:05 in the afternoon.
Sure. Which terminal?
It is... let me think.
Is it Terminal 5?
Oh, yes.
So that's the Heathrow Airport to...
So the man was saying, is it terminal 5? And the lady was saying, oh yes. So that means the answer we should put is 5. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 8. Ticket. Okay, single and blah blah. Let's listen it.
Cambridge on the 26th of August.
Yes.
Single ticket or return?
Just single. Does that have some discount? I mean, some special tickets?
There will be a Super Save ticket after 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the 26th of August.
That's great. So what's the departure time?
6.
So single and super. Super save. Let's put it super. To save, as the man was saying, there will be a super save ticket after 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the 20th August. Okay, now let's listen to question number 9. Fare. Okay, £18 including which one? Let's listen it.
16:10.
That will give me plenty of time to collect my baggage.
Sure.
How much is the fare?
A single ticket of Super Save is £18 and includes coffee.
And include coffee. So coffee would be the answer. Let me put it. Coffee. It's okay. Now let's listen it for question number 10. Credit card number. Okay, now we are going to listen a credit card number. Let's listen it.
Sounds good. Oh, how long will it take to get to Cambridge?
Up to 2 hours.
Great.
The last thing, how will you pay your shuttle fare?
Do you accept American Express?
Of course. Please tell me your number.
It is 3339 5183 7799 6.
Okay, I need to listen it one more time because I was out of the track. Let's listen it.
83 is 3 Express.
Of course. Please tell me your number.
It is 3339 5183 7799 6047.
Okay. Thank you for choosing Heathrow.
So as she was saying, it's 33951 837799 6047. Okay, that's all about part 1. Now let's jump into part 2, and before that we have another instruction to read. Okay, Let's write it no more than 2 words and a number for each answer. So we are allowed to write 2 words only for each answer. Just keep it in your mind, okay? So here we can see there are 3 columns. In the first column we can see health center, east center and west center. Okay, now let's listen it for location first. Okay, location near to blah blah. Let's listen it
carefully and answer questions 11 to 20.
Good morning.
Good morning. Come in, please. How can I help you?
I want to know some information about your health centre.
Yes, sit down, please. There are 2 health centres. One is East Centre and the other is West Centre.
Where are they located?
East Centre is about 10 minutes to City Hall. Very close, and West Centre is out of town.
How about the...
Okay, so the man was saying each center is about 10 minutes to City Hall. So it's and very close to, okay, so that means it would be near to and close to are same of each other. So it would be near to City Hall. Let me put it double hall. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 12. More blah blah, not bad, appointment system. Let's listen
the
it.
appointment system of the 2 health centres?
Well, we have a proper appointment system, but because East Centre has many patients, I have to say its appointment system is not bad.
How about the West Centre?
It is more efficient than the East Centre, just 40.
So it is more efficient than the East Center. So the answer should try is efficient. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 13. Let's listen it.
48 hours drive in advance.
Fine. How about their facilities?
What do you mean?
How about the difference of medical facilities between the 2 centres?
The East...
Okay, so now we are going to listen it for medical facilities for both centers. So medical facilities will be the answer. Let me put it. Medical facilities facilities. Okay, so medical facilities for East Center is modern, and let's listen it for the West Center.
East Centre has modern facilities, especially for some patients who need an operation.
Yes. How about the facilities at the West Centre?
It also has a standard facilities, but it's not better than the East.
So it has, as the man was and the lady was asking for West Center, and the man was replying that it also has standard facilities. So standard would be the answer. Let me put it. Standard would be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 15. Blah blah doctors of East Center. So let's listen it.
Centre?
Yes. I'd like to know some information about the doctors in both the health centres.
There are about 12 doctors at East Centre.
I heard somebody...
Okay, so the man was saying there are about 12 doctors at East Center. So 12 would be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 16. Dr. Jerry is good with blah blah. Let's listen it.
Say there is a really nice doctor who is good with children.
Yes, he is Dr. Sam.
I'm worried about my son's leg.
How old is your son?
7 years old.
Oh, I think the West Centre is a good choice for you.
What do you mean?
There are 8 doctors at the West Centre. Dr. Jerry is one of the most famous doctors in both health centres.
Yes, it is said that Dr. Jerry is very good with leg trouble.
Okay, so the lady was saying yes, there is said that Dr. Jerry is very good with leg trouble. So leg trouble will be the answer. Let me put it. Leg trouble. T-O-O-U-P. Leg trouble. Okay, let's listen it for question number 17. Home visit time of East Center. Let's listen it.
Yes, I will think about it. If you want a doctor to visit you at home, you can reserve a home visit.
Really?
Yes, but we have a fixed home visit time.
Could you tell me the time arrangements?
Consulting hour for doctors at the East Centre is from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, so 9 a.m. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. As the man was saying, consulting for doctor at East Center from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. So 9 o'clock in the morning is 9 a.m. and 5 o'clock in the evening is 5 p.m. Okay, so that will be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 18. Now we are going to listen it for amount. Okay, an amount. Found. Blah blah found. Let's listen it for charge for West Center. Okay, let's listen it.
And the West Centre?
The time is from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
How about emergencies?
If it is an emergency, you can phone at any time, night or day. It might not be your doctor that comes through, though.
Yes. How about the charge?
You mean in an emergency?
Yes.
If you are a member, we will charge you £8 at the East Centre.
Is it the same fee with the West Centre?
No, because of the distance, the charge will be £9.50.
Sure. How about medication?
When the
Okay, the man was saying, if you are a member, we will charge you £8 at the East Center. And the lady was saying, is that is the same fee with East West Center? And the man was replying, no, because of the distance, the charge will be £9.50. Pence. So £9.50 will be the answer. Okay, so let's listen in for question number 19 and 20. So choose two letter A to E. Okay, which two group of patients get free medication from health center? Two group patient get free medication from health center. So let's listen it.
doctor sees you,
Medication.
When the doctor sees you, you will get a prescription. You can take the medication you need at our health centre or go to a drugstore.
Sure.
If it's for a child under the age of 10, you don't have to pay for medication.
Really?
So the man was saying, if it's for a child under the age of 10, you don't have to pay for medication. So under 10. So children under 10 would be, so okay, it's option A. Okay, now let's listen it for the remaining one.
Really? That sounds good.
The same thing applies if you are a patient who is retired or pregnant.
Okay, the same thing applies if you are a patient who is retired or pregnant. So okay, pregnant and retired patient. So option D would be the answer. Okay, now that's all about part 2. Now let's jump into part 3 and take a look at question number 21 to 31. Okay, so here we can see here's another instruction for us: no more than 3 words and or a number for each answer. Okay, So here it says orientation schedule or orientation schedule. Don't be confused as I already pronounced this one, schedule and schedule. So it's up to you which one would you sound like, okay? So British people say schedule and American people say schedule, okay? So both are right. Now let's read it for question number 21. Monday. Okay, so here we are going to listen it all about for part 1, campus tour. Monday. Okay, Monday, meet at door of blah blah at 9 a.m. Let's listen it.
Listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
Welcome to the University of Newcastle. I'm Caitlin. Now let's welcome Mr. Sutton to give us an introduction of orientation schedule.
Thanks, Caitlin. Well, welcome to our university. There are 3 parts of the orientation during the next week. The first part is the campus tour. We will organize an orientation tour around the campus. Now, please look at the schedule. On next Monday, we will begin our tour with an introduction to the Student Union. So, please gather at the door of the Student Union at 9 o'clock. After visiting the building...
So the manual is saying, please gather at the door of the Student Union at 9 o'clock. So meet at the door of Student Union. So Student Union would be the answer. Let me put it. Student Union. Okay, now let's listen it. Question number 22. Visit blah blah in the afternoon on Monday. Let's listen it.
First, we will help all students to apply for the Student Union card. So please take one passport photo when you attend the orientation. Usually there are some departments such as a travel agency, insurance, and so on. You can enjoy your lunch in campus, perhaps at the canteen. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we will all visit the library. A lecturer at the library will...
So the manual is saying at 2 o'clock in the afternoon we'll visit the library. Okay, so library would be the answer. Let me put it. Library. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 23. Okay, computer center to get what? To get, let's listen it.
Give you an introduction. How to apply for a library card, how to borrow reference books, and how to use the facilities in the library. As you know, you will spend lots of time in the library for your future studies, so the introduction is very important for you. On Tuesday, we will visit the computer center. All students can get a username and a passport. You can also...
So the manual is saying all students can get a username and passport. So username and passport will be the answer. Okay, let me put it. Name and passport. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 24. Okay, apply for membership. Okay, let's listen it.
Register your laptop in the center if you have it. There are some rules of the computer center, especially regarding the use of the printer and the photocopier. After lunch, the next station is the Sports Centre. I am sure you will all be very excited about our facilities. There are also many different societies. You can join in any of them according to your interests and apply for a membership.
Okay, so the man was saying after lunch, the next station is the sports center. So sports center would be the answer. Let me put it. Sportscenter. Sports center. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 25 on Wednesday, and we are going to listen it for part 2 course arrangement. Okay, on Wednesday, meet at auditorium in blah blah. Let's listen it.
Now look at questions 25 to 30. Now listen carefully and answer the questions 25 to 30. The second part of orientation is course arrangements. You should gather in the auditorium of the West Campus in the morning of Wednesday. The course coordinator or office staff of your facility will introduce you to the course requirements. First, you will get some information and requirements about compulsory courses, and then optional courses. The faculty often gives students some handouts of course introduction and the different assessments of each subject. Student course optional of course. Now listen carefully and answer the question. The second part of orientation is course arrangements. You should gather in the auditorium of the West Campus in the morning of Wednesday. The course coordinator or office staff.
Okay, so the man was saying the second part of the orientation is course arrangements, and you should gather in the auditorium in the West Campus in the morning on Wednesday. So at auditorium in the morning. Okay, let me put it in the morning. Morning would be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 26. Course coordinator, course requirement. Okay, now blah blah and optional courses assessments. Okay, let's listen it.
Staff of your facility will introduce you to the course requirements. First, you will get some information and requirements about compulsory courses, and then optional courses.
Okay, so the man was saying first you will get some information and requirements about compulsory courses. So compulsory courses would be the answer. Let me put it. Compulsory courses. So don't need to add write courses, because you can it's up to you. You can write also compulsory courses, or you can just only write compulsory courses. Okay, so it's up to you. So both would be the correct. So compulsory and optional courses. So courses is here, so you don't need to I think you don't need to write it. Okay, but you can write it. It will be also correct. Okay, now let's move on to question number 27. Okay, blah blah 80% assessments, 80% assignment. Let me highlight it and let's listen it.
The faculty often gives students some handouts of course introduction and the different assessments of each subject. Students usually get 1 or 2 days to make a decision of optional courses. Of course, I know nearly all students will focus on the assessment. As usual, we have 4 assessments. Attendance is still the first one. We expect at least 80% attendance and students cannot choose.
So 80% attendance. So attendance would be the answer. Let me put it. Attendance. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 28. Okay, blah blah. Group work. Let me highlight it. Group work. Okay, let's listen it.
Choose the time. And then all students have to write an assignment, such as an essay. Your personal tutor will give you help for the topic choice, structure, data collecting, and time arrangement. So don't be worried. As a student of the business faculty, all students have to do a presentation, especially group presentations, in which you can...
So group presentation. Okay, so presentation, group work. So presentation will be the answer. Let me put it. Presentation. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 29. Get blah blah. Let's listen it.
Train and improve the team spirit. The last assessment is the exam. I know you will all hate it, but you have to attend some exams. Most exams are open book. Isn't it a busy day on Wednesday? You will have a free morning on Tuesday. We hope all students can come to department offices to get a curriculum and hand in your optional course form in the afternoon. The last part of orientation is a party for all new students. The party will be held at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. There is a common room on the 3rd floor in the business faculty building. We will prepare for many delicious foods and drink in the free morning okay team spirit. The last assessment is the exam. I know you will all hate it, but you have to attend some exams. Most exams are open book. Isn't it a busy day on Wednesday? You will have a free morning on Tuesday. We hope all students can come to department offices to get a curriculum and hand in your...
Okay, to get a curriculum, let me put it. Curriculum. Okay, as the man was saying, we hope all students can come to department office to get a curriculum. So curriculum will be the answer. Now let's listen to focus on 30. Okay, venue, blah blah, on the 3rd floor. Let's listen it.
Your optional course form in the afternoon. The last part of orientation is a party for all new students. The party will be held at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. There is a common room on the 3rd floor in the...
So there is a common room in the 3rd floor. So common room will be the answer. Let me put it. Common room. Okay, now that's all about part 3. Now let's jump into part 4. And here we can see choose the correct letter A, B or C. Okay, so let's read question number 31. Okay, how many species in oceans are there according to latest source? Okay, so how many species in ocean? Let me highlight it. Let's listen it.
Have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
How many fish are in the sea? It's a hot topic for many scientists. Today we have invited a famous scientist who spent 10 years studying marine life to give us an introduction of the latest survey called The Census of Marine Life. Let's welcome Alok Jha.
Thanks, Ella. The Census of Marine Life has been the biggest and most comprehensive attempt ever to answer that question. How many fish are in the world's oceans? The Census of Marine Life, which hopes to indicate a baseline of marine life, estimates that there are more than 230,000 species in the sea.
So 230,000 species in the sea, as the man was saying. So option B would be the answer. Okay, now let's listen it for the next one. Question number 32 to 34. Okay, we are out of time. I need to submit it, and again I need to restart it again. Okay, so we was in question number 32. Okay, so here we can see choose answer from the box and write the letter A to E next to questions 32 to 34. Okay, here we can see 2%, 10%, 20%, 50%, and 5%. Okay, so let's listen it for question number 33 first. Okay, so here we can see it's crustacean. Okay, let me highlight it and let's listen it.
The Census of Marine Life, which hopes to indicate a baseline of marine life, estimates that there are more than 230,000 species in the sea. The study covers from coast to the open ocean, from the shallows to the deeps, from little things like microbes to large things such as fish and whales. A team of over 360 scientists from all over the world have spent the past 10 years surveying 25 regions, from the Antarctic through to the temperate and tropical seas to the Arctic, to count the different types of plants and animals. The findings indicate that crustaceans such as lobsters, crabs, krill, and barnacles account for a fifth of the number of species in the world's ocean.
So as the man was saying, the finding indicate that crustaceans such as lobsters, crabs, krills, and barnacles account for a fifth of that number. Okay, so fifth means 5%. So let me choose question number E, because we can see in option E it's 5%. So E would be the answer. Let me fifth. Okay, so fifth means question number, okay, you would be answer. Let me highlight it. Now let's listen it for question number 33. Mollusks and fish. Okay, let me highlight it and let's listen it.
And half of the world's marine species is mollusk, squid and octopus, and fish include.
So as the man was saying, the half of the world's marine species is mollusks and fish, including shark. So half of, so that means half means 20%, 50%. So 50% we can see it in option D. So let's select option D. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 34. Species for environmental protection. Let's listen it.
Including sharks. The charismatic species usually used in propagating environmental protection, for example whales, sea lions, turtles, and seabirds, account for less than 2% of the species.
So account less than 2%. So 2% is, we can say, in option A. So let's select option A. Okay. Now okay, I think it would be, fifth means 100%. Fifth means 20%. The fifth part or fifth percent of 100% is 20. So it would be option C. Okay, I was wrong at the time. Now I got it. So now let's listen it for question number 35 to 36. Okay, so here we have another instruction to follow. No more than 3 words and a number for each answer. Just keep it in your mind. Okay, now let's read the question. The main threats to marine life are overfishing, blah blah, pollution. Let's listen it.
Species in the world's oceans. The study has also focused on major fields of concern for conservationists. In every region, they got the same experience of a major collapse of what were usually very abundant fish stocks or crabs or crustaceans that are now only 5 to 10% of what they used to be. The main reasons include overfishing, degraded habitats, and pollution.
Okay, so overfishing and degraded habits. So let me put it. Degraded, H-A-B-I-T-S, habits. Habits. Okay, will be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 35. Okay. Okay. Contaminations are in enclosed sea. Contamination with chemicals, blah blah. Pollution from the dense coastal population. Okay, let's listen it.
But more problems are presented. Rising water temperatures and acidification brought by climate change and the growth in areas of the ocean that are low in oxygen and therefore unable to support marine life. The census of marine life shows that enclosed seas, such as the Mediterranean Sea, the Gulf of Mexico, China's shells, the Baltic, and the Caribbean, have the most threatened biodiversity. The pollutions in enclosed seas are mainly from chemicals or garbage that people throw into it. Dense coastal
from chemicals or garbage that people throw into it. So garbage would be the answer. Let me put it. Garbage. Okay, would be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 37 to 40. So here we have another instruction to follow. No more than 3 words and a number for each answer. Okay, so let's read the question. There are over blah blah. Okay, invasive species. Let's listen it.
Populations of humans also tend to be packed along enclosed seas, meaning rising contaminations and extraction of more biodiversity from the water. The Mediterranean Sea, which contains around 17,000 identified species, has been a region with high threat. Scientists in our team studying the Mediterranean identified problems related to increased litter from shipping and munitions across the sea, as well as bombs discharged during the Kosovo War. The Mediterranean also has to face problems with invasive species, displacing the creatures that already live there. The census of marine life shows that the Mediterranean Sea has the most alien species, more than 600. Among all the 20...
More than 600 and over 600 are the same thing. So 600 would be the answer. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 38. The area with blah blah has a high rate of speciation. Let's listen it.
55 regions that have been surveyed. It looks like the region with coral reefs has always had a very high rate of speciation.
So as he was saying, it looks like that the region with coral reefs has always had a very high rate in speciation. Okay, so CO coral reef would be the answer. Okay, now let's listen it for question number. Okay, yes, we should get another this. Okay, let's listen it for question number 39. The two countries blah blah have the most marine species. Let's listen it.
It also has a very diverse range of habitats, from the deepest regions of the ocean to large regions of shallow seas which can afford coral reefs. The most diverse regions identified by the Census of Marine Life are around Australian and Japanese waters, which...
So Australia and Japan would be the answer. Let me put it. Australia and Japan. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 40 and the last one. There will be around blah blah fish species in the world. Let's listen it.
contain more than 30,000 species each, and are among the most biologically diverse in the world. Next in line are the oceans of China, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. Besides algae and the seabirds and mammals that travel around the sea, viperfish has been regarded as the most cosmopolitan marine creature by the Census of Marine Life. Its presence was recorded in around a quarter of the world's seas. And for every marine species of all kinds known to science, scientists of the Census of Marine Life estimate that at least 4 have yet to be discovered. For example, about 70% of species of fish have been discovered, but for most other groups, likely less than 1/3 are known. Our research team has found the number of marine fish species was about 16,764 and was growing at around 100 a year. So scientists estimate that there are almost 22,000 fish species in the world's oceans.
So 22,000 fish species. So let me put it 2,000 species. Okay, that's all about our today's lesson. Now I need to show you how much we obtained today, but I need to re-click each answer one more time because we was out of time at the middle of our practice. So let me re-click each answer one more time, then I will submit it and show you. I will show you how much we obtained today. Okay, just keep with me. Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm doing it too far first. Why is 10? Cannot see. Oops. Okay, got it now. 23. 23. Okay, 29 and 30. Okay, 29, 30, 31. Okay, we are done. So let's submit it and let's check how much we obtained today. Well done, we got 9 out of 9 and we are correct for the time out of 40. So thank you all to attend the class, and I will highly recommend you to watch this lesson continuously, and then I hope you will be able to sit in real exam and it will give you a great confidence, okay, uh, to uh, to score a high band score, okay. So just keep watching all previous classes and the new classes, okay, that I will take every day. So that's all about today's lesson, and see you in the next class with another lesson. So bye for now. Bye.